If a person's having 1 cup of coffee a day, within 1 week they can be off their coffee without any suffering. If they have 3 cups of coffee a day, it may take them a little bit longer, but they certainly will be able to get off the caffeine without the pain and suffering that so often happens.
You know, it's interesting. For years we were told that coffee was something to be cautious about. People worried it might raise blood pressure, upset the nerves, or dehydrate the body. But over the past decade, research and real-life experience have shown a different side to this humble morning ritual. When enjoyed in moderation, coffee can actually offer surprising health benefits, especially when you know how to make it work for your body instead of against it. Every day, millions of seniors around the world start their morning with a comforting cup of coffee. It's a little ritual that brings warmth, focus, and familiarity. But what if that same cup could do far more? Helping you keep your energy steady, your memory clear, and your heart strong. The answer lies in understanding how this tiny pinch of spice interacts with your body's natural chemistry. As we age, our metabolism slows down and our cells don't respond to insulin as efficiently as they once did. That means our blood sugar levels can fluctuate more easily, making us feel tired, foggy, or irritable. Over time, this can affect not just our energy, but also the health of our heart, our brain, and even our skin. The wonderful news is that nature, in her wisdom, has given us a helper, cinnamon, a spice that can gently guide the body back into balance. Before we dive deeper, I want to assure you that this isn't about adding another supplement or chasing the latest health trend. This is about using what's natural, simple, and time-tested, the way people did, long before modern medicine existed. Cinnamon has been used for centuries to support health, and now science is confirming what traditional wisdom always knew: this spice is a quiet healer. Always remember, before you add any new supplement, herb, or natural remedy to your diet, especially if you're on medication or managing a health condition, please consult your doctor first.
Before we start, drop in the comments from where you are watching this video and what health topic you'd like to see in the next video. As a special thank you for joining us today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about why you want to win my best-selling book.
If people are addicted to caffeine, and it's a highly addictive drug, I see many people suffer at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, on the first day especially, because we don't serve any caffeine. And the author of the book Caffeine Blues, he's got a chapter in there called Coming Off the Bean. And he said this is the painless way to stop coffee. Let's say a person has 3 cups of coffee a day. Well, the first day in their cup of coffee, it's half a teaspoon of coffee and half a teaspoon of something like Roma or Echo, a cereal beverage that's similar to coffee, but it doesn't have caffeine in it. And every day, when they make their cup of coffee, it's a little less caffeine or a little less coffee and a little more of the Roma or the Echo. In Australia, we have one called Echo.
How cinnamon works in the body. Cinnamon isn't just a flavoring, it's a powerful botanical compound made up of natural oils and active ingredients that have a remarkable effect on how the body processes sugar and fat. When you add cinnamon to your coffee, you're not just enhancing the taste, you're activating certain processes in the body that can help regulate how energy is produced and stored. Inside cinnamon lies a natural compound called cinnamaldehyde. It's what gives cinnamon its distinct aroma and its gentle warmth when you taste it. But beyond the flavour, cinnamaldehyde interacts with the body at the cellular level. It helps your cells become more sensitive to insulin, which means they can absorb glucose from the blood more efficiently. This keeps blood sugar from spiking after meals, one of the biggest concerns for many seniors. When your cells are more insulin sensitive, your body runs more smoothly. You don't get that post-meal crash or mid-morning fatigue that so many people blame on aging. In reality, much of that tiredness comes from unstable blood sugar, and cinnamon helps to steady that wave. Over time, that stability supports the health of your pancreas and may even reduce the strain that can lead to type 2 diabetes. But cinnamon's influence doesn't stop there. It's also known to improve circulation. As we age, our blood vessels can become less elastic and the flow of oxygen and nutrients slows down. Cinnamon naturally promotes better blood flow by helping the arteries stay relaxed and responsive. That's one of the reasons it supports heart health so effectively. In your morning coffee, the warmth of cinnamon combines beautifully with the antioxidants in coffee beans. The result is a beverage that wakes you up gently, supports brain function, and provides a steady energy release without the jitteriness that sometimes comes from caffeine alone. And what many people don't realize is that the body's systems are deeply connected. When your blood sugar is balanced, your heart has less stress, your brain functions more clearly, and your mood stabilizes. It's a chain reaction of well-being, and it can all begin with something as small as a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon in your daily cup. Balancing blood sugar naturally. One of the greatest gifts cinnamon offers is its ability to support balanced blood sugar. For many seniors, this is not just a small concern, it's a daily challenge. You might notice that certain foods leave you tired or foggy, or that skipping breakfast makes you shaky or irritable. These are often signs that the body is struggling to maintain stable glucose levels. Cinnamon works by mimicking the action of insulin in the body, helping the glucose in your bloodstream enter the cells more efficiently. It also slows down the rate at which food leaves your stomach, which means you feel satisfied longer and your blood sugar rises more gradually after meals.
And so in Isaiah 58 it is defined, "Is not this the fast that I have chosen to loose the bands of wickedness?" At our health retreat, at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, on the first day, I have many people who are suffering because the bands of wickedness are being loosened. It's called coffee. Have I surprised you? People say to me, "Do you drink coffee, Barbara?" I say, "No, I just watch the people suffer."
Several studies have shown that regular intake of cinnamon, even as little as half a teaspoon per day, can improve fasting blood glucose levels. But more importantly, many people report feeling better in ways that science can't always measure. They describe feeling more alert in the mornings, less reliant on mid-afternoon naps, and having steadier energy throughout the day. When you pair cinnamon with coffee, the combination becomes particularly powerful. Coffee naturally stimulates metabolism and increases alertness, while cinnamon gently moderates the body's response to that caffeine. Instead of a sudden spike of energy followed by a crash, you experience a smoother, more sustainable sense of wakefulness. And if you've ever noticed your hands trembling slightly after a strong cup of coffee or your heart racing, that's often due to a rapid rise in adrenaline as blood sugar shifts. Cinnamon can help calm that effect, making your morning ritual both healthier and more comfortable. And what's so encouraging is that you don't need to make a dramatic change. Simply sprinkle a small amount of cinnamon on your coffee grounds before brewing, or stir it gently into your cup afterward. Over time, these little choices make a noticeable difference, especially for those watching their blood sugar or aiming to reduce medication dependence under medical supervision, supporting heart health and circulation. Now let's talk about one of the most vital organs we have, the heart. For many seniors, maintaining cardiovascular health becomes a top priority. The good news is cinnamon is one of nature's simplest yet most effective allies for your heart. Cinnamon has been shown to help reduce levels of LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, while supporting healthy HDL or good cholesterol. This balance is essential for keeping the arteries clean and preventing plaque buildup that can lead to blockages. And moreover, the antioxidants in cinnamon help reduce oxidative stress, the same process that contributes to aging and inflammation in the arteries. When your arteries stay flexible and strong, your blood pressure remains more stable and your heart doesn't have to work as hard to circulate blood. Some people also notice that regular cinnamon use helps keep their hands and feet warmer, a subtle sign that circulation is improving. That's because cinnamon has a gentle warming effect that promotes blood flow to the extremities. Coffee on its own contains natural antioxidants too, such as polyphenols, which protect the cells from free radical damage. When you combine that with the anti-inflammatory properties of cinnamon, you're creating a synergistic effect. Two natural substances working together to support your cardiovascular system. The aroma itself can be therapeutic. The scent of freshly brewed coffee mixed with cinnamon has been shown to calm the nervous system, lowering stress hormones like cortisol, which in turn supports heart rhythm and blood pressure. So in this one small ritual, adding cinnamon to your morning coffee, you're helping your body in multiple ways, balancing your sugar, calming your nerves, strengthening your heart, and enhancing your circulation. And all without needing another pill or supplement bottle. Cinnamon for memory, brain function, and focus. One of the most common concerns I hear from seniors is, I just don't remember things like I used to. Sometimes it's names, sometimes appointments, or even where we left our glasses. These little lapses can feel frustrating. And they're often brushed off as a normal part of aging. But the truth is, our brain, just like any other organ in the body, thrives on nourishment and protection. Cinnamon offers both. Inside this humble spice are compounds that help to increase blood flow to the brain, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach those precious neurons that govern memory and focus. When circulation improves, brain cells receive the fuel they need to communicate effectively. And that's when thinking becomes clearer, focus sharper, and moods more stable. But there's something else even more fascinating. Research has shown that cinnamon can help protect the brain from the accumulation of harmful proteins that are linked with age-related cognitive decline. It acts almost like a gentle sweeper, keeping the pathways between brain cells clean and clear. That means your brain can send and receive messages more efficiently, a process essential for memory and learning. Many people also find that cinnamon's aroma alone has an uplifting effect on the mind. It helps improve alertness and concentration, especially when combined with coffee's natural stimulation. The two together create a beautiful balance. Coffee awakens the senses and cinnamon steadies the mind. And you might notice after a few days of adding cinnamon to your morning cup that your thoughts feel just a little sharper, or that you can focus longer without needing that extra cup of coffee. These subtle changes are often the body's quiet way of saying, oh, thank you. It's recognizing the nourishment you've given it, the anti-inflammatory power of cinnamon. Now let's talk about something that affects nearly every senior in one way or another, inflammation. Whether it's aching joints, stiff fingers in the morning, or fatigue that lingers after even small tasks, inflammation is often at the root. Cinnamon is one of nature's most effective anti-inflammatory agents. It helps calm the overactive immune responses that cause swelling and pain while still allowing the body to heal and protect itself naturally. The secret lies in its antioxidants. Cinnamon is packed with polyphenols, natural compounds that neutralize the free radicals that contribute to cellular aging and inflammation. These antioxidants help the body repair itself from the daily wear and tear of life. Think of it like this. Each cell in your body is like a tiny home. Over time, dust and debris in the form of oxidative stress start to collect. Cinnamon helps the body sweep out that buildup so your cells can function more efficiently. The result is not just reduced inflammation, but also more energy, better digestion, and a general sense of vitality that so many people say they'd lost, but didn't realize could be regained. Combined with coffee, cinnamon's anti-inflammatory properties get an extra boost. Coffee itself is rich in antioxidants, so when the two are paired, they work together like a team. You're essentially drinking a daily dose of natural protection against inflammation and premature aging. And the best part, you don't have to think of it as medicine. It's simply your morning coffee, but with purpose, a ritual that warms your hands, lifts your spirits, and quietly nourishes you from the inside out. Aging gracefully, supporting the body naturally. Aging is a natural process, one that should be embraced, not feared. But we can make that journey smoother by supporting the body's natural healing mechanisms instead of constantly fighting them. Cinnamon can be one of those small daily supports that help us age gracefully. As we grow older, the body's ability to repair itself slows down. The production of antioxidants decreases, the cells take longer to regenerate, and the energy we once had doesn't always feel as abundant. But by adding foods and spices that enhance circulation, stabilize sugar, and fight inflammation, we can encourage the body to stay youthful in its function. Even if the calendar keeps turning, cinnamon helps in subtle but meaningful ways by keeping blood sugar steady. It reduces the oxidative stress that often accelerates aging. When blood sugar swings wildly, it damages proteins and tissues throughout the body, a process known as glycation, which contributes to wrinkles, joint stiffness, and slower healing. But when sugar remains balanced, the body can focus on repair and renewal instead of constant crisis management.
And I know that everyone that comes to Misty Mountain Health Retreat who are suffering, and our nurses are giving them hot foot baths, cool on the head, massaging, to help them cope with the pain and suffering because the coffee's been stopped. It's a deception. People drink coffee because it's a deception. They don't know it's a deception. In fact, I went past a coffee shop one day and it said, 3 cups of coffee a day prevents Alzheimer's. Lie. Who wrote that? The father of lies, the great deceiver. Oh, but when you take it, you feel so good. One lady said, oh, I love my coffee. Just gets my brain going, makes me feel good. It's a deception. Because half an hour later, your brain isn't working better. It's not working better. And your get up and go is gone.
You might notice after a few weeks of this simple addition to your morning coffee that your skin looks a little brighter, your digestion smoother, or your energy more consistent throughout the day. These are gentle signs that your body is functioning in better harmony. Remember, aging gracefully isn't about avoiding the years. It's about nurturing your body so those years are lived with clarity, movement, and peace of mind. And that can begin with something as small as a pinch of cinnamon each morning. The best way to add cinnamon to your coffee. So how do we bring this simple change into your daily routine? There are 2 lovely ways to do it. And the first is to add cinnamon directly to your coffee grounds before brewing. This allows the flavor and beneficial oils to infuse right into the coffee as it brews, creating a rich, fragrant cup. If you use a coffee maker or French press, just sprinkle your cinnamon on top of the grounds before adding the hot water. The second way is to stir a small amount of cinnamon powder directly into your cup after brewing. You might notice it doesn't dissolve completely, and it's only doesn't to it, and that's perfectly fine. You can swirl it gently and let it settle a bit at the bottom. That last sip often holds a little extra warmth and sweetness. Some people also enjoy adding a dash of honey or a bit of oat or almond milk to balance the flavors, but the key is simplicity. No need for fancy drinks or complicated recipes, just your regular coffee with one humble addition that brings extraordinary benefits. Try doing this consistently for 2 to 3 weeks and pay attention to how your body feels. Do you wake up more refreshed? Are your hands steadier, your thoughts clearer, your energy smoother through the day? Often the body gives subtle signs long before major major changes appear. And if you do notice a positive shift, that's your body's way of confirming you're giving it what it needs, making it a gentle daily habit. The beauty of natural health is that it doesn't demand sudden change. It asks only for small, consistent steps, ones that fit comfortably into your life. Adding cinnamon to your morning coffee is one of those quiet habits that over time can make a remarkable difference. What matters most is consistency. The body thrives on rhythm. When you do something nurturing every day at roughly the same time, your cells begin to anticipate it. Your digestion adjusts, your hormones respond more calmly, and your mood becomes more balanced. And so rather than thinking of it as a remedy or a treatment, think of it as an act of self-care, a warm, comforting ritual that sets the tone for your day. While the coffee brews, take a moment to breathe deeply. Let the aroma of cinnamon fill your kitchen. Feel that sense of peace and readiness for the day ahead. This emotional connection to your health choices is what transforms them from routine into true healing practices. And here's something important: your body listens to your thoughts. When you add that cinnamon, do it with the intention that you are nourishing your heart, balancing your sugar, and clearing your mind. Over time, that gentle awareness builds a stronger connection between your mind and body. And you'll find that healthy habits become not only easier, but more enjoyable. For those who might not drink coffee, cinnamon can still be part of your day. It blends beautifully with herbal teas, warm milk, or even sprinkled lightly over oatmeal. The point is not the beverage. No, it's the consistency of that tiny dose of support that your body receives each day. Listening to your body's whisper. Our bodies are incredibly wise. Long before illness shows itself, your body sends gentle whispers. A little fatigue here, a restless night there, or perhaps a heavier feeling after a meal. These aren't nuisances, they're messages. And when we learn to listen to them, we begin to heal before problems grow larger. When you start this simple habit of cinnamon in your coffee, pay attention to those whispers. Notice your energy levels, your focus, your digestion, your mood. Perhaps you'll find you don't crave as much sugar in your food anymore, or that your afternoon slump becomes shorter or disappears altogether. These are signs of balance returning, and the more balanced the body becomes, the more freely it can do what it was designed to do.
A young man said to me, it was actually my son, he was 35 at the time, I knew he was drinking coffee. He had a new girlfriend. They both had a coffee in the morning. And I didn't say a thing. Why didn't I say a thing? Because it's already been said.
In many ways, true health isn't about adding new things. It's about removing what blocks the body's natural intelligence. Cinnamon simply clears the path a little, easing the load on the pancreas, softening inflammation, and improving circulation so that your cells can breathe again. Remember, no matter your age, the body can always respond to care. It doesn't forget how to heal, it only needs gentle reminders. And every small nurturing choice you make sends that reminder, that message that says, I'm still here and I'm still caring for you. The subtle joy of natural healing. There's a quiet joy that comes from taking responsibility for your own health, not through fear, but through understanding. When you begin to see that simple things like spices, herbs, sunlight, water, and rest can truly transform your well-being, it changes the way you view life. Health stops being a mystery. It becomes something you participate in, something you create every day. Cinnamon coffee and those few mindful minutes each morning can be a starting point for that deeper connection. And once you experience that improvement, even slightly clearer thinking, a little more energy, or better digestion, it often inspires you to make other small supportive choices too. You might start walking a little more, drinking more water, or choosing fresher foods. This is how true wellness grows, one choice leading gently to the next. And here's a comforting truth, it's never too late. Whether you're 60, 70 or 80, your body still responds to kindness. The cells are always renewing, the organs are always adapting, and your body is always listening. If we give it what it needs, nourishment, rest, love, and a little cinnamon, it will thank us in ways that go far beyond what words can measure. If you found this message helpful, I'd truly love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tried cinnamon in your coffee? Have you noticed any changes? Your story might inspire someone else who's searching for gentle, natural ways to feel better. And if you'd like to continue learning how simple, natural habits can make such a profound difference, do stay connected. Together we can continue rediscovering the wisdom that nature has been quietly offering us all along. Until next time, take care of yourself, kindly, patiently, and with gratitude. Your body is listening.
If this video helped you understand how to do that, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps others find this important information. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay healthy.